Hi YouTube, I am back with my 10 and 11 week pregnancy update. So the last video I talked about, actually like all of my videos, I talked about throwing up and having morning sickness, which was lasting me all day. So I was sick all day long. And the IVF clinic on my last appointment at my 9th week prescribed something called Diclegis. I might be pronouncing that wrong, Diclegis, Diclegis, but it's supposed to help with morning sickness, which I think should be renamed to all-day sickness, especially in your first trimester. So I got that right away. I think the order was ready in my 10th week, and I took it, and I didn't see the effects of it right away. I was still throwing up, but as the weeks continued, I noticed that it helped a little bit more, and I was throwing up a little less. So yeah, that's my update on that. 10 weeks, still throwing up, but not as much. I feel weak. I did tell my mom about my pregnancy, and I told her not to tell anyone. So at this point, 10 weeks pregnant, my mother knows, my husband knows, and I know. I said I would tell everybody else about 3 weeks later when Thanksgiving would roll around. 9 weeks was my last week of the S-Trace estrogen pills and the progesterone Chronone 8% gel. And I was told that I should start feeling better now that I'm no longer taking the hormones. Well, yeah, that's a lie. I still continue to throw up. Like I said, the Diclegis helped a little bit, but not 100%. So here's something that I thought was really interesting. The day that I found out that I was pregnant, this came in the mail, and it's a book that my aunt gave my mom to give to me. She didn't know I was pregnant. She didn't know, well, actually, my mom told her that we were trying to start our family. And so I think she stumbled upon this book when she was pregnant with my cousin. Or maybe, you know, a little later on, and then she gave it to me. And so I just thought this was obviously a godsend. It's called Supernatural Childbirth. It's really dated. I think it was written by this woman named Jackie Mize in the late 80s, early 90s. And so I think it dates itself. It's really antiquated. But the most important thing about this is that it was so encouraging, and this just really gave you a good understanding of God's plan for you and how He doesn't want you to suffer. And it was just inspiring because I think a lot of us, we come on YouTube or Google and we symptom spot. We are like, you know, what's going on with my body? And Google's response is, you're dying, you are, you know, on death's door, and that's just really discouraging. And so it's good to turn to a faith-based book like this to really talk about why we're not suffering, why everything isn't doom and gloom, and what God's plan is for us, and how He wants us to, you know, be fruitful and multiply, and how we should somehow, you know, stop the negative thoughts and think positively about, you know, His word, His plan for us. And so I tried to stay away from Google when it came to all the different symptoms I was feeling. You know, every time I got sick, I thought, you know, oh, that's a terrible sign. Every time I didn't feel anything, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a terrible sign. And you just get so caught up in the what ifs that this was a really good guide to keeping me, you know, encouraged, inspired, level-headed, and really just encouraged, you know. And so I used this book throughout my first trimester, like daily affirmations. At every appointment I went to with the ultrasound technicians, they kept telling me how healthy and strong my baby is. So, I mean, yeah, this is, you're definitely the things that you read, are the thoughts that you have, and that turns into the way that you feel. So doom and gloom was something that I didn't want to follow me into this TTC journey, and I didn't want it to follow me into 2017. I wanted nothing but encouragement and positivity. So I would definitely recommend that even before you get pregnant, get something that is, you know, inspirational, motivational, and look at it every single day. And for me, it's this faith-based book right here. And I have some more that I'm gonna recommend later. So as far as the baby's development is concerned, at 11 weeks old, I can show you the picture. And this is me Googling the baby's development, but only Google positive things. So yeah, I say that's the only thing that Google's good for. Your baby just is over 1.5 inches long and about the size of a fig, is now almost fully formed. Her hands will soon open and close into fists. Tiny tooth buds are beginning to appear under her gums, and some of her bones are beginning to harden. So that's what happens at 11 weeks pregnant. So yeah, I'm still sick, I'm still throwing up. The Diclegis pills are helping a little bit, but everybody tells me that I probably won't start to feel like myself again until maybe about 14 weeks pregnant. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update in the next video. Bye.